Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to WHIP Sports here on YouTube as we are live here from the Liacouras Center as we're getting ready for some men's basketball between the Temple Owls and the Division II Georgian Court Lions. I'm Daniel Leakin, joined by Josh Galarza, and we got a good one on our hands today. Temple coming off, a little bit of a rough stretch between the past week. Went against Villanova, lost pretty big after a huge second half from the Wildcats, and then this weekend, as we've seen all over social media, Temple unfortunately fell to St. Joe's at a final score of 70-69 off of the buzzer beater by Deuce Jones II. And Temple really just needing a step in the right direction. Conference play approaching this at the end of this month, and Temple's really looking for that jolt of energy going into that with a little bit of an easier schedule coming up.
Yeah. So you mentioned, tough stretch of games. This is their first home game since November 19th, so maybe a little bit of home cooking here. Darian Ford, of course, 27 points last game, averaging 17 on the year, 20 points in the second half as well. First Temple out to do that since Jamal Mashburn Jr. of last year. So if there was ever a get-right game, sort of say, it is tonight.
And you make a great point with Darian Ford, someone who's really just taking a step in the right direction for this Temple squad. I mean, you mentioned 17.4 points, 4.1 rebounds, averaging just a little bit under 2 assists per game, dropped the 27 points against St. Joseph's, shooting a really efficient 43% from the field. And Darian Ford just really has been the star for this Temple squad. And as you mentioned, this is the get-right game. 3-1 at home as a squad, 1-4 at a neutral site or an away site. They play much better here at the Liacouras Center. And this is a little bit of a weaker Georgian court squad, playing at the Division II level, but they do have some scores, so it's going to be a tough challenge for Temple, but a get-right game could be in the horizon. Yeah,
last time Georgian Court did play a Division I opponent was earlier this season in an open scrimmage against William & Mary. Lost that one 110-63. You could see some sort of same result here in this one. Temple hasn't scored over 100 points in a game since December 10th of 2024.
And for Georgian Court, starting on the floor is going to be number 2, Cameron Edmonds, who really is just the star of this Georgian Court squad. 22.8 points, 1.5 assists, just under 5 rebounds per game. He scored 30 points versus Staten Island on November 29th, and he's just all over the place, one of the better players on the team, shoots 39% from the field, and Temple's going to have a really tough time limiting him and his success on the floor tonight.
Absolutely. Of course, also protecting the rock is one of the biggest keys for this team. This Temple team has been historically good at that. Last season, ranked among the nation, or top among the nation in turnovers, only averaging 9 a game. This season, they're in the same way, still protecting the ball. As long as they don't get too crucial to turnovers, I wouldn't imagine Georgian Court would have any chance in this one.
So the rest of the squad going out there for Georgian Court: Cameron Edmonds, Donovan Crawford, starting in his third game of the season, Amar Lane, the 6'8 forward, Jason Stanucci, and Anthony Rivera. And on the floor for the Temple Owls, for the first time this season, they're looking at a different starting five. So starting, of course, number 0, Gavin Griffiths, and then also starting Darian Ford, Aiden Tobias, and Jordan Mason. But now, instead of Babatunde Duradola, they're rolling out Jemai Feltz. So they're looking at a bit of a different look, except for the 6'8 forward. They bump up an inch to the 6'9 Jemai Feltz, having a pretty good season this year, and as the year has gone on, has started to see a lot more minutes for the Temple Owls.
Yeah, I think it's for Feltz. I mean, Temple, Georgian Court, not necessarily a big team. Only one player above 6'10", and including a player 5'9". So they have a chance to experiment with a different kind of lineup here. You probably will see multiple small ball lineups during this game. So maybe a little experimentation here for Adam Fisher and his squad.
Yeah, so speaking of head coach Haddon Fisher, it's his third year as the Temple head coach. His total head coach career has just been with the Temple Owls: 33, 35, 14, and 22 in the conference. This was, again, his first head coach job, has worked previously at Penn State and Miami. He brought the Owls to an AAC finals 2 years ago. Lost in the second round last year, and just looking for a little bit of a bump with this squad. They've had an up and down start. They've really been, sometimes they're a hot team, and then sometimes they're a cold team. And really, I think their biggest miss has been in the paint with their paint presence. So goes out with a different look with Feltz this evening.
Yeah, and also you can see Adam Fisher in the squad. Some people have been critical of him, but he did just get his extension with the squad. So Adam Fisher will be here for years to come. As for last year, the conference tournament didn't go too well for the Owls. You want to get some momentum here. 4-5. can get back to 500 tonight and reset come conference play.
And then on the other side of it, Georgian Court Lions, it's Dave Fetter. He's 6-21 as head coach. He's led his team to more overall and conference wins than any other coach in GCU history. He also coached the first ever all-region player in team history with Cam Edmonds. He also spent the prior 6 seasons with Robert Morris College and helped coach up one of their all-conference players as well. So he has a lot of success. May not show it necessarily on the stats sheet, but 5-3 overall this year, 2-0 in the conference. So Georgian Court has a lot to prove here against a Division I opponent.
Absolutely, and they're 5-3 this season. Entry today with wins over St. Michael's, Bloomsburg, Kutztown, Holy Family, and Caldwell. Not the biggest names you can say, obviously. They're still a Division II school, but like you said, a proving moment for tonight's game.
So a big bounce-back game preparing here for the Temple Owls and a huge prove-it game for the Georgian Court Lions happening here at the Liacouras Center. Tip-off in just a few moments here. It'll be Jemai Felt going up against Amar Lane at the tip-off spot. Just getting the okay from the refs. Looks like we're just about to get started here. And Temple wins the opening tip. Back to Jordan Mason and over now to Darian Ford. Ford looks up top to Tobiasen, gets it over to Jordan Mason. Mason around the arc, gives it to Griffiths. Griffiths back to Tobiasen. Tobiasen now over to Mason. Temple just passing around the perimeter so far here. Darian Ford now has it, takes it up, does a spin, looking to go to the rack, blocked a little bit there, and ball goes to the Lions. Cam Edmonds with the nice defense there on Ford.
Absolutely. Ford was trying to get physical with him, but hand straight up, knocked the ball to bounce off Temple. Georgian Court retains possession.
So now moving it up here is going to be Rivera for the Lions. Gives it off now to Lane. Lane now with a nice cut on the inside, blocked by Gavin Griffiths.
Gavin Griffiths got beat, but hustled back and made the block.
Stantucci was looking for the two-hand jam, and Griffiths said, no way. Griffiths now gives it over to Tobiasen. Tobiasen for 3, and that one is cash money.
What a teammate Gavin Griffiths is. He could have had a highlight player to step back, gave it to a better shot for Aiden Tobiasen. He knocks down to 3.
Tobiasen with his first 3 of the evening. 3-0 lead here for the Owls to start. Now Santucci gives it to Edmonds. Edmonds working here against Ford, finds up top is Crawford, and he swings it to Rivera. Rivera now underneath for Lane. Lane with the nice little step back jumper. That one hits off the backboard. Mason now taking it up for the Owls, gives it to Griffiths. Griffiths now to Ford. And this one swings all the way around to Tobiasen. Tobiasen is looking for a pass to the inside. That one swatted there by Lane.
Right
now taking
Lane. And a physical foul by Jordan Mason.
Jordan Mason working there against Donovan Crawford. He's going to get his first foul of the evening. And it looked like
the fast break, though.
Yes, and it looked like Tobiasen was looking just to force a little bit something inside. Maybe was looking for Felt underneath, and just had that one taken away. And Mason was forced to foul. Now working is Georgian Court. 3-pointer there from Donovan Crawford. That one's a little offline. Rebound there by Griffiths. Griffiths now to Tobiasen. Tobiasen screened by Felt. Gets it over to Mason. Mason sizing up Santucci now finds Griffiths. Griffiths for the 3. That one just off the iron and will go out of bounds into Georgian Court possession.
I like the look by Gavin Griffiths. So he had 5 threes last game against St. Joe's. Trying to get to a hot start in this one as well.
Already on the hot start defensively with that block earlier, just looking to get the shot going for the rest of this evening. So now Edmonds has it for Georgian Court. Edmonds with the step back 3-pointer. That one in and out there for him. And then a miscommunication on the board from Temple causes a turnover.
Absolutely.
And now Georgian Court.
You have to talk right there. Who's got to get the ball? That's got to be communication there. Adam Fisher's going to express that to his squad.
Well, Felt and Griffiths got a little tangled there, and it bounced off of, I think it looked like Felt. As now Georgian Court has possession. This one to Rivera. Rivera swings this one outside to Santucci. Santucci with the floater. That one goes through.
Beautiful shot by Santucci. Got right over the outreaching hand of Temple. Not sure who it was defensively, but a beautiful play nonetheless.
It may have been Felt underneath. Looked like a long extension. So Felt sets a screen for Mason. Temple now on the attack. Tobiasen now has it in the corner. Back to Mason. Griffiths going to the rim. Griffiths! Two-hand slam flying through the air.
They don't call him LeBron frames for no reason. An absolutely beautiful play flying through the air.
Griffiths playing with a little electricity tonight. As Temple now up by 3 against Georgian court. 4 minutes down in this first half. Three-pointer from Georgian court. That one's no good. The shot from Crawford offline. Temple with the rebound. Mason running the point here for the Owls. Gets it over to Tobiasen. Tobiasen guarded by Crawford. Swings this one out for Ford. Ford drives in, looking to kick out. Ford to Griffiths. Back to Ford. Ford now driving in. Gives it off to Felt. Felt off the backboard and in.
Beautiful dish by Ford and a beautiful finish by Felt as well.
Temple's offense looks good so far underneath. It's now Georgian court looking to respond here with Rivera giving this one to Santucci and back to Edmonds. Edmonds finds Santucci, back to Rivera. Rivera to Edmonds and over to Crawford. Passing around the perimeter. Georgian court taking their time. This one to Edmonds. That one just a bit offline. Good defense there by Felt.
Tough shot by Cam Edmonds. He's trying to get going, but that wasn't a good shot to take it off. He's forcing it here.
This one now over to Ford. Ford now for 3. That one offline. Rebound there by Santucci.
I like the way Darian Ford followed his shot and almost stolen by Tobiasen.
And now this one out to Edmonds. Edmonds looking for the three-pointer. That one is money.
There we go. Now he can get himself going. That was a much easier shot than his last one. Wide open from the right wing.
The near 23-point-per-game scorer finds his first three-pointer of the night. And now Georgian court almost only down by 2 with just about 15 minutes and 30 seconds to go here in half number 1. A nice try there by Darian Ford with the left hand, just a little offline, and now the other way Georgian court goes. Edmonds sizing up Mason. Gives this one off to Amar Lane, who finds Rivera. Rivera to Santucci. And a nice steal there by Griffiths. Griffiths now going the other way, looking for some help. Gives it off to Tobiasen. The pass was just a little offline. Tobiasen now has to square up. And a foul there by Crawford.
That was great defense by Donovan Crawford. That should have been an easy 2-1 fast break for the Owls. Instead, Donovan Crawford gets in the way of the pass. Does lead to a foul, but still better than an easy 2 points.
Yeah, dude, good job on the 2-on-1 defense there by Crawford, but that's going to take us to break after a media timeout. 7-5 the score. Temple leads, just under 15 minutes to play. And welcome back here to WHIP as Aiden Tobiasen preparing to take 2 free throws after the foul on Crawford on that 2-on-1 drive that Temple was making. And Tobiasen nails his first.
Something Temple has done very good this year is shooting from the line. They were top 3 in the nation last season, and they've been continuing that steady this year, top 50 currently.
And Tobiasen misses his second.
And
now Georgian court.
Announcer's jinx?
No, I wouldn't say so. It's a good stat. Now Santucci has it for Georgian court. Gives this one off to Rivera. Rivera sizing up the Owls here. Goes up and down with the ball, so a traveling violation. Babatunde Duradola and Gilliard for the Temple Owls have checked into the game now. Babatunde Duradola, the usual starter for the Temple Owls, did not get the start today over Jemai Felt. So now he is checked into the game for Felt after the first media timeout. Tobiasen now has it, finds Duradola underneath. Duradola against Santucci. Duradola goes to the rim. A foul on the floor from Santucci.
Bullying was Duradola there. Absolutely using his muscle to get to the hoop and get the call.
It was really good bully ball there by Duradola, using that strength, which is something that they've been trying to unlock with him all season, knowing that he has the strength. He thinned out over the offseason, but now is just trying to get the tools to put back together to be a dominant big man for this Temple Owls squad.
Absolutely.
So Ford now has it for the Owls. Get ready to inbound. Looks for Gavin Griffiths for the alley-oop.
Levitating off the ground was Gavin Griffiths, and a beautiful play drawn up there.
Wow. Gavin Griffiths, his second 2-hand slam of the game. Temple up by 5, and he is rocking the Liacouras Center right now. Georgian court now looking to respond. They double team Edmonds, who steps out of bounds. And Temple defense doing a good job just limiting Edmonds and the damage he could put on.
Beautiful defense by Duradola again. Way to not foul as well, pushing from out of bounds.
So Rivera steps out for Georgian court. Cam Waters steps into the game now for the Lions. And Aiden Tobiasen's going to take this one up for the Owls. He finds Darian Ford. Ford to Duradola. Duradola looking underneath to Tobiasen, who has a 2-hand slam of his own.
Beautiful feed by Duradola and a beautiful finish by Aiden Tobiasen using 2 hands.
And the Owls are really rocking the rim this evening against the Lions. Off to a great start in the paint. And Georgian court, 3 turnovers in the last 2 minutes, has to keep the ball in their hands as this one goes to Waters, and that almost is another one. Temple trying to save it. But it goes out of bounds, so the court will retain.
That was Gavin Griffiths using his long reach, just getting away with that pass.
And really just doing a good job of utilizing the paint this game, and that's something that Temple has really struggled in the past couple of games so far.
Absolutely.
But they are really making an impact on the rim.
Not settling for a jump shot, getting to the rim for an easy bucket.
And there's a
court so far with no answer.
Yeah, and there's a foul on the floor on Gilliard. That's his first. So Georgian court with another inbound opportunity. This one goes up to Lane. Lane now for Edmonds. Edmonds sizing up Mason. He finds Crawford. Crawford now into the corner. A nice drive and a foul. That one looked like it was on Duradola.
Yeah.
On Braswell Brown, who just subbed in the game for the Georgian court.
Duradola tried to get his hands up, but unfortunately got the call on him, and Griffiths there again, ready to block a shot.
And that's been one of Duradola's weaknesses so far this year, has been the foul trouble. He fouled out against St. Joe's on Saturday and already has a foul to his name here against the Lions. So missing his first free throw is Braswell Brown, the 6'5" guard/forward from Long Branch, New Jersey. 6.3 points per game, 3 rebounds, had 16 points against Caldwell in their last game, which was on the 6th of December. And he misses his second free throw, and Duradola gets the rebound. Tobiasen now looks for Duradola. Duradola can't hang on to it, and the Lions get possession.
A little bit too much mustard on that pass by Tobiasen.
Duradola just a little bit of ahead of the ball. Just couldn't hang on to it. So now an inbound play here for the Lions. And Nix will take it up. Nix working here against Mason. He finds Crawford. Back to Nix. A nice screen there by Lane, as Nix is going to take this, looking for the mid-range jumper, passes it out to Lane, who's beyond the arc. Lane for a long three, that one no good. Rebound by Darian Ford.
Beautiful rebound by Darian Ford. That had all the makings of a bad offensive rebound for Georgian court.
So now Darian Ford looking for Babatunde Duradola. Babatunde Duradola gets fouled in the paint. They say it's on the floor, so it will be an inbound pass here for the Owls.
Darian Ford only averaging 2 assists so far in the year, but that was a beautiful pass into Duradola.
And Temple doing a good job of just finding the people open in the paint. They're really doing a good job of utilizing this pick and roll, where normally they're putting the big man, but the big man popping off just at that perfect second to where the Lions collide and the big man slipping through. But now Temple inbounds Ford to Griffiths. Griffiths with a nice move looking underneath for Duradola. Duradola going up. That one was blocked, and ball will go to the Lions.
Temple ran the same set they did on the Gavin Griffiths inbound alley-oop. That time Georgian court is ready for it and now force the Temple turnover.
They're doing a good job so far, Georgian court, limiting Duradola. Duradola just having a rough game trying to get the ball in the basket right now. Has 0 points, but he's been fed the ball a lot. Temple trying to get him hot. Duradola now on defense here against Edmonds, who switches off. Now finds Crawford, and now Duradola is on Lane. Lane working inside. Lane looking for the tough bucket. Good physicality there by Duradola, and that's a traveling violation on Lane.
Duradola's got to be careful, though. He is playing great defense. Hands are straight up, but you don't want to pick up that second foul not even 10 minutes into the game.
Yeah, 12 minutes to go here in half number 1. Temple leading 12-5 here against the Lions. Mason finds Duradola looking for a cutting forward with the and one basket. What a nice make there by Darian Ford. Foul on the Lions. He'll go to the line to shoot one.
Duradola again, beautiful shuffle pass into Ford, who finished with the contact.
And there goes a media timeout. 14-5, Temple leads off of the and one play from Darian Ford. We'll be right back after this short break. And welcome back here to WHIP Sports. Temple up 14-5 here against Georgian Court Lions, and Gavin Griffith's been the stars of the show so far here for the Temple Owls, doing a great job just getting to the rim and generating some offense.
Absolutely. Gavin Griffiths has already finished multiple dunks in that Darien Ford, like you said, going to the line for one. Temple shooting a very efficient 54% from the field so far, 1 and 3 from beyond the arc as well. Not to mention forcing 4 turnovers on Georgian Court, we're only having 2 for their own. So protecting the ball, they have done so far a very good job at doing so.
So now, shooting one for the Temple Owls is going to be Darien Ford coming out of the media timeout. Just talking it over with Ford.
At the line shooting one is number 22, Darien Ford.
And Ford misses that one and rebound by the Lions, but they step out of bounds and Temple will retain possession after the missed free throw.
You don't see that every day. Darien Ford, a 84% shooter from the charity stripe. Temple did get lucky though with retaining possession.
Ayuba Bryant Jr., the 6'9" freshman now in the game for the Temple Owls from Belgium. Not many has appeared in all 8 games, this year for the Owls. Getting some early minutes and going to the rim again is Darien Ford.
Beautiful move by Darien Ford, splitting through the double team and finishing with the reverse layup. And again, contact. He's an 84% free throw shooter, so let's see if he can knock down this one, extended to a 12-point Temple lead.
A really nice move there by Darien Ford, weaving through the defense, getting to the rim, laying it up, and nails the free throw. So a 3-point play completed by Darien Ford as he gets a second chance. And Georgian Court now going on the offense, starting here with Rivera. Rivera finds Lane. Lane looks for Edmonds. Edmonds trying to use his speed to get inside the paint, quickly stopped there by Ford as he finds Santucci. Santucci now to Rivera. Rivera swings, looking to go towards the rack. Blocks there by Bryant Jr. And now the kick, the shot just offline there for the Owls. And Rivera stepped out of bounds, so Owls will retain possession. What a block there by Bryant Jr.
Came out of nowhere. You were Bryant Jr. Not to mention the hustle down at the other end to try to get the offensive rebound. Was able to have it be knocked off Georgian Court.
This one now to the corner, 3-pointer for the Owls. Cash money. That was Gilliard for the Owls from the corner. Cash money. Temple up by 15. So now Rivera finds Edmonds. Edmonds with the mid-range floater. That one doesn't connect. And that'll be Temple ball as it goes out of bounds.
I mean, this has been great defense from Temple so far. Georgian Court has not had a solid look pretty much all game. Every shot has been with some sort of contest.
And Temple just really making use of the opportunities and the looks that they get. Gilliard cashing in on a 3. Darien Ford with 2 and 1 plays, cashing in on the 3-point play once. And just been all Temple in this one as they're up by 15 as we're approaching the halfway point of the first half. Mason now gives this one off to Gilliard, who takes that one up and gets it in. Good defense there by Lane.
Beautiful finish by Gilliard, sorry. Using contact, didn't get the call, but still able to finish.
Gilliard up to 5 points in this one. Now Temple playing some pretty good defense. This one gets to Rivera. Gilliard on him. Kicks this one over to Crawford. Crawford on Mason. Crawford taking this one to the rim, and that one does not go. Rebound there by Bryant.
Seems like there's a lid on the basket for Georgian Court right now.
Gilliard goes up and gets fouled on the way up by Santucci. He will go to the line to shoot 2. So right now, Temple on a 15-0 run over the last 5 minutes, a 19-3 run over the last 7 minutes and 15 seconds, and have nailed 4 of their last 5, and they are on a roll for the past, I'd say, around 8 minutes.
Yeah, and it comes with the misses that Georgian Court is having, allows Temple to push the pace off of defensive rebound. Leads to easy layups, easy baskets. I mean, Temple really hasn't shot a lot of threes so far this game. I think they've only made 2 so far. But they haven't had to. Most of the looks have come from inside the paint.
So Gilliard nails his first getting ready to shoot his second here for the Owls. And just misses off the back. He might
have left the line
too early, yep. So this one will go in favor of Georgian Court. 23-5 the score. Temple up by 18. Georgian Court has not made a shot over the last 5 minutes. Temple's defense doing a really good job of just limiting them and their abilities right now, as Rivera has it at the top of the key. He kicks this one over to Crawford. Crawford trying to end the cold streak. That one off rim. And possession will go in favor of Temple, as they could not grab the rebound.
And that was a great look for Georgian Court. They just couldn't knock it down. It was Donovan Crawford. A great look from the corner. Just, you got to hit those.
So Felt subs in for Bryant Jr. Kind of running this 3 big man rotation between Felt, Duradola, and Bryant Jr. As now the Owls offense in motion. Screen by Felt. As Cam Wallace has it. Dishes this one over to Tobiasen. Tobiasen moving over, looking for the floater. This one gets over to Darian Ford, and that one's just offline. Rebound by Felt. Felt looking towards Wallace, and Wallace can't hang on to it, and going the other way is Santucci. On the fast break, goes behind the back. Santucci looking for the tough floater, and he gets that one in. Nice play there by Santucci.
Yeah, beautiful finish by Santucci. Off balance.
So now Temple offense in motion. Wallace going towards the net, absorbing the contact, and then putting it back in there is Jahmai Felt. Temple dominating physically. Timeout called by Georgian Court. Temple up by 18 on a huge run here against the Georgian Court Lions. 25-7 the score. We'll be right back at you after this short break. So welcome back here to WHIP Sports. Coach Fetter calling a timeout, trying to get the Lions under sorts. Have fallen victim to an 18-0 run within the past couple of minutes. Or excuse me, 18-2 run over the last 16 minutes and 14 seconds.
It's felt like a 25-0 run.
Yeah. And 4 turnovers in the last 7 minutes. It's just been really sloppy basketball for the Lions. Now they advance up the court after the inbound. This one gets over to Rivera. And now taking this one in was Braswell Brown, but he gets fouled on the way up. So he will go to the line to shoot 2.
I like that by Tahim Braswell Brown. Forcing the issue here. I feel like Georgia Court's been settling just a bit too much. Gets the paint and gets the call, and now he's at the line for 2.
Well, as you mentioned, as he misses the first free throw, I did like the shot a little bit. I did feel a little bit forced, but I think just in this condition, you know, down the way they are, they just need to get some shots up, trying to take the lid off of this and get a run going, because Temple has just ran all over them here for the first, say, about 11 minutes and 30 seconds in the half.
Biggest thing for them right now is just to see shots go through the hoop. I mean, just to have a confidence boost at least. You're down 17. Possibly, if you get it back to 10 by the end of the first half, you can feel good about that.
So good, scrappy defense here by the Lions. Tobiasen creating space here for the Owls. Nice screen there by Felt. Tobiasen now going towards a rim, blocked there by the Lions, and they're taking it the other way. Now taking it is Braswell Brown, as he gets fouled on the way up. And he will go and shoot another 2.
Again, it's Braswell Brown forcing the issue. That time that was on Gavin Griffiths.
And that happened on the defensive end from Ajigbe, checking into this game and making a really nice block on the one end, and then Braswell Brown generating the foul on the other. And he misses his first free throw. Braswell Brown having a tough time at the charity stripe so far, going 1 for 5 at the free throw line. He takes his second shot and misses that one as well. So 1 for 6, but Georgian Court gets the rebound, gives it right back to him. Brown for 3. That one just a little offline.
Might have to settle down just a little now. I mean, one of 5 from the line, 1 of 6 now, and overshot the 3. Now Gavin Griffiths.
Griffiths for 3. That one just offline, hits off the rim twice. Rebound by the Lions. Now Edmonds has it. Edmonds working here against Mason. Pulls up from 3. That one just offline.
Again, they're 1 of 7 from beyond the arc. They're not taking good shots here.
Darian Ford going towards the rim, makes someone jump but just misses the layup.
Well, Ford has to make that. He got a beautiful pump. He got the defender in the air, just has to finish.
Brown now for 3. No good. Rebound by Temple.
I mean, is that 3 straight threes for Georgian Court there?
Yeah, 1 of their last 8 from the field, just kind of forcing some shots right now.
They haven't even been close.
And you want to see stuff go in, but not like this, as now Jordan Mason with a nice little floater, just about 12 feet away, with the nice one-handed floater, and Temple now up by 19. So taking it up now is Nix. Nix slowing the pace here for the Lions, finds Edmonds, and Edmonds finds Waters. Waters to Brown. Brown with the mid-range jumper. That one is good.
There you go, Roswell Brown. Fader from the right side. About time, you could say.
About time. So Jordan Mason slowing the offense here for the Owls. Griffiths comes over. Mason with a nice move, works his way inside the paint, kicks this one out to Tobiasen. Tobiasen hesitates on the shot, gets it to Ford. Ford now to Mason. Mason works his way in. Mason to Griffiths. Griffiths to Tobiasen. Tobiasen one more to Felt. Felt for 3. That one just off. Rebound by the Lions.
You can see Jordan Mason trying to get everyone involved. He leads the Owls in assists, and on that possession, maybe a little bit too passive, as I felt he had a couple wide open looks.
And a nice drive to the rim. Fouled on the way up is Cam Edmonds. So he will go to shoot 2.
Foul on number 25, Tobias, his first.
So we're just heading into a timeout, a media timeout. Temple up by 17, 6 minutes and 6 seconds left in half number 1. 27-10 the score. Temple over the Georgian Court Lions. We'll be right back after this. So welcome back here as we're gearing up for the final 6 minutes of this first half, and Josh just really has been all Temple so far in this one.
Absolutely. I mean, Georgian court, they're shooting from the line right now. And finally, second making the line from the game, 2 of 7. And for a team that is shooting 72% from the line this game, 42% overall on the season, this has been a horrid shooting performance.
Yeah, they're having a tough time against a Division I opponent like Temple University. They're doing a good job of just using their skill. I mean, Temple, I think, is a better skilled basketball team than Georgian Court, and they're not playing down to them. They're doing a good job of just trying to dominate when they can.
Absolutely.
So Duradola finds Mason. Mason working at the top of the key. Looking for Duradola, passes it off anyway to Wallace. And now Wallace takes it in and gets fouled on the way up.
Could have been a beautiful finish by Cam Wallace. Tried to scoop layup action, but couldn't get the shot to fall.
Cam Wallace has appeared in 5 games so far from Melvin, PA, Westtown High School. He has 1 point per game, 1 assist per game, and just a little bit under half a rebound per game. And he misses the free throw. He was rated a 3-star out of Westtown School in PA and averaged 14, 6, and 3 as a senior in high school, getting his 6th appearance in the Owls uniform tonight. And he nails the second free throw. So now Nick's taking it up here for the Lions. Nick's off to Edmonds. Edmonds now finds Waters. Waters, one more pass. Good closeout defense by Griffiths. And this one out to Lane, who just misses. Good rebound there by Waters. Waters looking to take it back up, and a nice steal there by Jordan Mason.
Jordan Mason again, probably going to find someone to pass to here.
Mason to Griffiths. Griffiths for 3. That one's money.
Beautiful pass by Jordan Mason, like he's done all year long. I think it's already 4th assist of the game, down to Gavin Griffiths for 3.
Gavin Griffiths having a terrific game thus far. Now Temple back on the defensive. Georgian Court moving up. This one out to Nix. Nix for 3. That one's no good. Temple looking for the rebound. This one falls in the hands of Waters and stripped by Griffiths. Griffiths looks to Mason. Mason to Griffiths. Griffiths for 3. That one's off. Rebound there by the Lions.
Back-to-back possessions for Gavin Griffiths, wide open 3. This time he couldn't knock it down, but still a great look.
White finds Nix. Nix running the point. Nice screen there by Lane. Lane gets it back at top and gives it off to Edmonds. Now it's White for 3. That one's good. Nothing but nylon there from White as he finds his first 3 points of the night as we're approaching 4 minutes to go here in half number 1.
Much needed. Second 3 of the game on 12 attempts. Trying to get some sort of momentum, down 16.
Tobiasen has the ball in the paint. Tobiasen looking for the bucket. Tobiasen on the second chance gets it in.
Great effort by Hayden Tobiasen. He knew he missed the first time. Was up there, tip it back in the second.
So now Nix working here for the Lions. Gives this one off to Waters, and now this one back to Nix. Nix sizing up Tobiasen. Waters working here on Tobiasen, and now gets it over to White. Miles White driving in on Griffiths. A tough bucket and no good.
Great hands-up defense by Gavin Griffiths. Make sure not to get the foul call.
Wallace finds Griffiths. He sizes up White, uses some physicality, goes to the rim, and that one off the backboard and in from Gavin Griffiths. 9 points on the night.
What a game, what a first half he's been having so far. Gavin Griffiths has been electric for Temple, both offensively and defensively.
Yeah. Mason now working here against Edmonds. That one was going to Lane. He can't scoop it up. Good steal there by Wallace, who finds Mason. Mason to Tobiasen, goes underneath and gets fouled on the way up.
Bad stretch, bad 5 seconds there from Martin Lane. Let the ball go through his hands, and then the foul caught the other end.
So that's going to take us into a timeout, media timeout here with 3 minutes to go left. 3 minutes left in the first half. 35-15, Temple up by 20. We'll be back after this short break. And welcome back to WHIP Sports. Amazing showing from the Owls so far. Up by 20 here against Georgian Court. Leading the way has been Gavin Griffiths and Aiden Tobiasen with 9 points and 8 points respectively. And really doing a good job, Jordan Mason with 4 rebounds and 4 assists. And Temple really getting right back on track with this one. Georgian Court having no answer for their defense. And it's really just been all Owls. They've been swarming the Lions so far in this one.
Oh, no, absolutely. Adam Fisher, head coach Adam Fisher, that is, has to be very proud of what his squad has done so far. They have not taken Georgian Court lightly at all. Just not playing down a competition is what you might see from some Division I teams when they play a lower level of competition. But Temple has kept the foot on the gas, as you can say, and it has been a great night for Gavin Griffith so far, both defensively and offensively. Multiple threes, multiple dunks, flying through the air, and not to mention the blocks defensively as well. He has been, in my opinion, player of the half so far for the Owls.
Thank you all for tuning in here for this wonderful game here at the Leah Corus Center between the Temple Owls and the Georgian Court Lions. I'm Daniel Leakin, joined by Joshua Galarza. And Temple with the 35-15 lead with just about 3 minutes left here in half number 1. And it's really been all Owls in this one so far. So Tobiasen nails his first free throw out of the media timeout. Biggest lead Temple has had so far tonight, 21 points, 36-15 the score. And they nail it once again. So up by 22, Georgian Court, 3 minutes to go.
That's already 10 points for Aiden Tobiasen in the first half. Love to see it from the sophomore guard who made an All-American freshman team last season.
So Edmonds now has it for Georgian Court. Now it's Rivera and now Crawford swinging around the perimeter. Crawford goes inside. Nice defense here by Tobiasen. He finds Edmonds on the outside. Edmonds for the jumper. That one just a little too hard, but nice cleanup there by Rivera on the other side.
Right place, right time for Rivera. It was overshot by Edmonds. Just not much Temple could do right there.
So Darian Ford now has it back on the floor for the Owls. Mason now finds Tobiasen. And now Mason finds Griffiths. Now a screen from Bryant. Mason goes the opposite way. Mason goes inside. Nice pass to Ford. Ford now for 3. That one just a little short. Rebound by Georgian Court going the other way. 2-on-1. And now a nice layup there from Santucci.
You want to see more of that from Georgian Court. Using a miss by Temple to push the pace, and next you know it's an easy layup at the other end.
So another screen by Bryant. Mason goes into it now. Mason stuck inside looking for an outlet. Finds Tobiasen, and this one back to Mason. Mason up top finds Griffiths. Griffiths now underneath goes to Bryant, and now he's fouled, and he will go to the line.
I mean, Bryant really wanted that ball. He was asking for it nearly the whole possession, and when he finally got it, made sure to convert, getting fouled, and now with 2 shots at the line.
So now Ayuba Bryant, the 6'9" freshman from Belgium, at the line. Just a little too hard on his first free throw.
Substitution for the Lions, number 10, Amon Lane.
Lane back in the game now for the Lions with 1:40 left in this first half. Bryant's second free throw is off the rim and out.
Yeah, he's now 4 of 13 on the year. Shooting from the line is not a strong suit.
So Edmonds now finds Santucci, who finds Rivera. The Lions now in the offense. Crawford now back to Santucci and back to Edmonds. Edmonds now with an open look from 3, fires away and nails it.
I mean,
and a quick timeout there by the Owls.
Adam Fisher absolutely needed to call timeout right there. Cam Edwards, Georgian Court's leading scorer, trying to give life to the Lions.
And they have struck a 7-0 run in the past minute and 10. 3 for 3 in the last 3 field goals. 37-22 as we're going to go to a quick break. We'll be back after this. And welcome back now as Temple moving up the court. Darian Ford taking this one up, gets blocked there, but a foul called on Santucci.
Yeah, that was a questionable call there. I thought Santucci had played great defense.
Not replaying it on the Jumbotron, but looked like good defense there by Santucci. Gets called on that one, so now Ford going to the line. Temple's leading scorer this year so far in this one has 5 points, or excuse me, Temple's leading scorer on the year so far in this one has 5 points, shooting 2 for 8 from the field, and misses that first free throw, but nails the second.
Substitution for the Lions, number 23, Braswell Brown.
Braswell Brown checking in for Georgian court. Had a lot of opportunities earlier. Let's see what he does now when he's back in.
Edmonds now takes this underneath, looks towards Crawford. And now this one being taken up by Rivera, looking for the nice reverse layup, doesn't get it, but the foul called there on Bryant.
I mean, he tried it, did he not? I mean,
yeah.
Acrobatic layup. Almost had the bounce.
And Temple, I mean, just even though they slipped up a little bit on that run there later in this first half, they are still doing a good job playing physical defense against this team and making sure they do not play down to them, because that is where you could slip up and they could kill you from beyond the arc and inside.
Absolutely. I mean, the Lions are now 3 of 3 from their 3 of their last 3. Sorry, there you go.
There you go.
And they've cut this lead down a little bit now. It's 14 with a minute left. Like I said, if they can get it to 10, you would feel like they are in a great spot, especially with how this game started.
So Rivera cashes in on both free throws, and now the Owls back on the offense. Duradola has it up top. Looks towards Tobias, and he gets quickly double teamed. He finds Duradola. Griffiths for 3. That one off front rim. Rebound by the Owls. Mason gets it back and gets the clean layup up and in.
Bad communication there by Georgian court, letting it bounce off their fingers, and Jordan Mason right there to pick up the scraps and an easy finish.
So Edmonds cools it down. Gets the message from Feder. 20 seconds to go here in half number 1. Edmonds gets the screen. Edmonds dishes this one off to Crawford. Crawford working here against Griffiths, and a travel violation called.
I didn't like that offensive position by the Lions. I mean, you got the ball trapped in the corner. Gavin Griffiths, a defender with a very long reach, and nothing he can go now called for the travel.
And compared to Crawford, definitely has the size advantage as well. The 6'4" Crawford compared to the 6'7" Gavin Griffiths. So 10 seconds remaining here. Mason takes it up for the Owls. Play in motion. Mason rolls out. Mason dishes. Ford for 3. Knocks it down to beat the buzzer.
Beautiful shot there by Darian Ford. Right at the buzzer. And the Owls lead it 43-24.
And in the air sucked out of the room for a second, Darian Ford chucks it up from 3, nails it to end the first half. And after it slipped away a little bit, Temple got right back on track, 43-24. And really, that first half, just all Temple. Slipped away for a second, as I just mentioned, but they got it right back, and now up by 19.
Absolutely. And Georgian court found a little bit of defense there, scrambling around, made it hard for Temple to get any looks. I want to see if they will continue that going into the second half. But you're right, it's been all Temple here.
Well, we'll take a timeout here. We'll meet you guys back into the second half. 43-24 after one half of play. We'll be back at the Liacouras Center after a bit of a break. And welcome back to WHIP Radio live from the Liacouras Center as we're here covering men's basketball between the Temple Owls and the Georgian Court Lions. And Temple has dominated in the past half, and now we're getting ready for the second half, gearing up for a pretty good one going down the stretch. And Josh, what do you think Temple needs to do to maintain this lead that they've built on in that first half?
I mean, what they've been doing is forcing Georgian Court to take tough shots. As long as they do that, nothing much Georgian Court can do. Georgian Court did have a good string offensively near the end of the first half, penetrating the paint and getting some open layups, especially off the fast break. But Temple was able to get that lead back up to 19, largest lead of 22. If I was Georgian Court, I guess maybe come for a little bit more fight, you could say.
Yeah.
Just try to be as scrappy as you can be. Defensively, they were doing that near the end of the first half, and it did give Temple a little bit of problems, but I feel like they were able to figure it out by the end, and not much Georgian Court did near the end to halt the Temple offense.
And Darian Ford capped off a really good first half with a buzzer beater to end it. So Temple up by 19, swag surfing their way into this second half, hopefully getting a win to get them right back on track here against Georgian Court. I'm Daniel Leakin, joined by Joshua Galarzi, gearing up for this second half of Temple basketball. First game back at the Liacouras Center in quite a while, and they have a lot of success here. I mean, they're 3-1 at home, 1-4 at a neutral or away site, so they love to be at Liacouras, and they played like it. And now they're looking to just keep that success going here in half number 2. Georgian Court's going to start with the ball here, getting ready. And checking it in will be Edmonds as he's going to find Rivera. And we're underway here in half number 2. 20 minutes for Georgian Court to try and come back here against the Owls. Owls trying to withstand here as they are right back at home, as an early three-pointer from Crawford fading away goes through.
That's a start right there. That is a start to get you going. Beautiful
What a shot.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Just fading away from the left wing.
Quite the take there from Crawford, but made it work there. Early bucket from Georgian Court. Now Mason has it. Mason to Griffiths. Griffiths moving into the mid-range, trying to pass it back to Mason. That one taken away by Edmonds. Edmonds going towards the rack. Good defensive play by Mason. It says it goes off of Mason.
I mean, this is not what you can do offensively if you're the Temple Owls. That was a horrible pass by Gavin Griffiths. He's got to be smarter than that. I mean, it was blatant obvious where he was going with the ball. Temple lucky didn't result in points.
And another three-pointer there from Crawford. Crawford with the early hot hand, and early 6 points for the Lions. 43-30 the score.
6-0 run single-handedly for Donovan Crawford, both off threes. It's only a 13-point game now.
Forward to Griffiths. Griffiths now trying to respond back. That one off iron. Rebound by the Lions. Rivera taking it up. Crawford behind him. Crawford gets it. Deals it off to Edmonds. Edmonds spinning, turning, shooting, and that one off the backboard, but he draws the foul.
Number 22, Darian Ford.
I mean, a horrible first 70 seconds for the Owls. Offensively, they have just been settling. No will to force the issue at all. And Georgian Court has been doing whatever they wanted to offensively.
So Edmonds now at the charity stripe. And he misses his first. The charity stripe has really been killing Georgian Court as well. 5 for 10 in that first half, just missed the first of the second.
Absolutely, this is a team that shoots 72% from the line, so.
But he makes the second.
If the law of averages were to come into play, you know, this could be a much closer game, and you would start to feel a little bit more nervous if you're a Temple Owl fan.
Correct. Mason now working here against Edmonds. Edmonds playing some good physical defense. A nice screen there by Felt. This one dished off to Tobias in, looking for the two-hand jam, and gets the and one.
Beautiful pass from Jordan Mason again. 6 assists of the game. Only averaging 4 on the year, leading the Owls. He's been absolutely the best facilitator on this team so far this game. And much needed basket, much needed.
Tobias in, the sophomore, looking to complete the three-point play from the charity stripe. And he knocks it down. So a good momentum switcher for the Temple Owls, getting that and one off of the Tobias and jam.
Just slowing everything down. That's what they need to do.
So now the Lions on the offensive. Rivera matched up here against Felt. Rivera going to the cup. That one gets called for goaltending. on Felt.
It was close, but I think it was a split second too late.
Yep.
But I like the effort, though. At least give it a chance. You know, nothing wrong with the goaltend.
Now Jordan Mason working here on the offensive against Edmonds. Edmonds doing a good job of playing physical. Felt has the switch underneath on Edmonds, but Ford has it. He's going to take it himself. Ford going towards the rim, and a foul gets called. Georgian court looking for a jump ball, but they call the foul instead.
Darian Ford didn't have a great first half, only shooting 3 of 9 and only 2 of 4 from the line, sorry. But going back here for 2, see if he can convert.
So Darian Ford at the line to shoot 2. Nails his first. And a really clutch three-pointer to end that first half from Ford. It felt like Georgian court had even start to muster a little bit of a comeback and really just silencing that comeback as the time was expiring.
No, absolutely. You know, just keeping that momentum going into half. That's, you know, as players would say, sometimes they don't believe in momentum. I, for one, do think that momentum is a key part in any type of sport you play.
I think especially for basketball, because it can really change.
With how fast-paced this game has been so far.
So Ford nails his second. So Georgian court now back on the offense. A nice pass going up there is Santucci. A name we haven't said in some time, but gets the bucket for Georgian court.
And Santucci, way to adjust midair. I mean, he had a chance of getting contact, was able to avoid it and finish with the layup.
And a really nice pass from Ajigbe as well to find him cutting underneath. Mason now working here against Ajigbe. Mason cutting in. Mason going around, looking for a pass, takes the layup instead.
And I understand that Jordan Mason did score right there, but that was not a great offensive possession there. There was no movement. It was just give the ball to one guy and try to let him score. And that's not what the Owls have been doing all game, and I don't want to see them continue doing that for the rest of it. Well,
Jordan Mason is such a good facilitator that Georgian court was almost playing the pass and just took the free layup instead. Was Mason, and now a foul called on Jahmai Felt on Edmonds. So Edmonds was cutting towards the basket, and Felt got a little bit too physical with him. Edmonds took a tumble to the ground, and they get Felt on the foul, so Edmonds will go to the line to shoot 2.
It's number 2, Cameron Edmonds.
So Cam Edmonds misses his first one just a little short off the rim. They're doing a good job of limiting Cam Edmonds this game. Normally a 22.8 point per game scorer has only been held to 9 on 2 from 7 shooting and 50% from 3. So as good as a scorer as he is, Temple doing a good job of limiting him and his abilities.
Absolutely. And some of that has to do with just being more physical than your opponent. That's what they have done so far.
Edmonds nails the second. So a 14-point lead for the Temple Owls here, 50-36. Jordan Mason moving up here as he gives this on off to Tobiasen. Duradola has it at the top, gives it back to Tobiasen. Tobiasen for 3, that one no good. Rebound there by Darian Ford. Nice offensive rebound.
Beautiful rebound, sky high for that one.
Ford now absorbing the contact and getting the bucket.
When he used the pump thing, especially not just using the ball, but also with the head movement as well, got the defender in the air and he was able to finish.
Really nice play there by Ford. Crawford now with the mid-range look, no good. Good defense by Tobiasen.
Might have been deflected there as well.
The Owls moving now. This one out to Mason. Mason driving in. Mason kicking it out. Three-pointer attempt. That one's good there from Gilliard.
Isaiah Gilliard from the right wing and a beautiful feed. Lead up back to 19.
And man, Gilliard just letting it fly. That's his 3rd three-pointer of the night. Now, Georgian court back on the offensive. Lane kicks this one out to Crawford. Crawford settling it down. 6 seconds left on the shot clock. Crawford. This one over to Edmonds. Edmonds trying to beat the clock. That one no good. And that one goes in Temple possession.
And I'll tell you what, I think head coach David Fedor for Georgian court would not be happy about that offensive possession, just settling for a long contested three-point shot from the left wing. Not what you want to see from the Lions.
So 55-36 as we reach our first media timeout of the half. 15 minutes and 45 seconds left to play in this one between Temple and Georgian court. We'll be back after this. And welcome back to WHIP. As we're getting ready out of the media timeout, Temple up 55-36, and Georgian Court started off the half with 2 quick three-pointers from Crawford, but have sort of settled down as the half has gone on, and Temple taking advantage of that, getting their lead back to 19 points.
Yeah, for Temple, it's been Jordan Mason. I mean, 7 assists, but the big thing for him was no turnovers. He has a 3.9 assist to turnover ratio, second in the American, and he has absolutely blown it out the water so far in this one. Already playing 21 minutes, as long with Darian Ford and Aiden Tobiasen. So still in the game and now leading the possession.
And his facilitation has been so key for this Temple team. It truly has, and it diversifies the scoring so much as Darian Ford takes this one up off the backboard. Duradola with the rebound. Duradola looking for an outlet, gets fouled on the way up, and will go to the line to shoot 2.
I thought Duradola got fouled multiple times there. Finally got a call.
I did too. I was thinking the same thing. I was waiting for the whistle. It wasn't coming. I was like, Duradola stuck under the rim for a second there. Had a couple pump fakes. Was getting swatted at quite a lot, but the foul was finally called as he went up.
There was definitely contact down there. The refs finally saw something they can blow a whistle on.
So Duradola makes his first. 20-point lead for the Owls. And Duradola nails his second. So 57-36 in favor of the Temple Owls here. As Georgian Court looking to move this one up with Edmonds leading the charge. Georgian Court offense in motion. This one gets to Waters. Waters looking underneath, just couldn't handle it.
They're going to say...
Maybe looked like a blocking foul?
Maybe so. Maybe offensive foul, actually.
Oh, no, they called the offensive foul there on Ejigbe.
And that was a beautiful pass by Cam Waters to get it inside. Just couldn't...
It was, yeah.
Couldn't get it to go. I mean, I think it was off the fingertips.
Yeah, a little bit of confusion on the call there, but it was against Ejigbe, so Temple does get the inbound for possession. And Jordan Mason running the point here for the Owls. Mason makes a nice move, going inside, kicks it out for Tobiasen. Tobiasen with the pump fake. Also takes this one inside, looking for some movement, gets it out to Ford. Ford now for Mason. Mason, one more to Tobiasen. Tobiasen for 3. That one no good. Rebound by Ford. He gets it over to Mason. Mason looks for the layup. He gets fouled on the way up, and he will go to the line.
I think that is the 3rd offensive rebound for Darian Ford, and while he is Temple's leading scorer, not necessarily the best offensive game for him, but on the rebounding side of things, he has been absolutely phenomenal.
And he's been flying around the court, and especially noticeably on the offensive side as Mason nails his first. So far, Darian Ford does have those 2 offensive rebounds, 2 defensive rebounds, but he's doing a good job of just being efficient, following the shots, and getting to the glass to clean it up a little bit. So Mason nails both of his free throws. Temple just extending the lead now to 23.
Now a 9-0 run in the past 120 seconds. Largest lead of the night for Temple.
And now Georgian Court swinging it around. They look inside, kicks it back out one more time. A nice mid-range jumper there from Braswell Brown as he fades away and knocks that one down.
That was an absolutely beautiful shot by Braswell Brown.
Yeah, it had me stuttering a little bit. It was beautiful.
Right elbow.
A really nice jumper there from Braswell Brown. It's now Temple back in the offensive. Darian Ford moving inside. Absorbing the contact, no foul. Rivera moving up the floor. Rivera, a nice little Euro step and a right hand lay in there.
Beautiful play by Anthony Rivera. Got the steal defensively. Finished with a Euro step on the other side. Much needed for the Lions down 19.
A nice little finger roll to finish it off there. A nice little pass inside. Jordan Mason goes up but gets fouled. Good pass there from Duradola to find the cutting Mason. And Mason will go back to the charity stripe.
That's what you like to see. That was a great offensive set. Had a backdoor cut. Not a lot of just standing around. There was how to say, commitment to what they were doing. They weren't just looking for someone to ISO. There was a set play being ran.
So Mason nails his first. Now Gavin Griffiths is coming back into this game along with Amar Lane for the Lions. Or excuse me, Gavin Griffiths is not checked in yet. Amar Lane has.
Intent, that's what I wanted to say. There was intention with what the Owls were doing.
Yes, yeah, I get what you wanted to say. And now Griffiths will check in for Mason.
Replacing number 32, Jordan.
So LeBron Frames entering the game now for the Owls. As now the Lions looking to go back on the offensive, looking to start with Rivera. The Lions cycling around. A nice pass underneath to Lane. Lane looking for Rivera. Rivera going up and getting fouled on the way up. Misses the shot, but will go to the line. And really just back and forth fouls between both of these defensive sides.
Absolutely. And Amar Lane, you don't really see a man of his size with the ability to make passes like that, but it was a great feed to Rivera inside, and now Rivera at the line shooting too.
And Amar Lane definitely does have a tough matchup going against Duradola, Felt, and Bryant, but doing a good job of holding holding his own during this game.
The line shooting is number 15, Anthony Rivera.
So a 20-point game after Rivera makes his first, and Rivera makes the second as well. So we're at 19 points here with 13 minutes and change here to go in this second half. Ford now running the point for this Temple squad with Mason subbed out. Ford has it, working here against Lane. Moves to the inside, looking for an outlet, gets it over to Tobiasen. Tobiasen underneath to Duradola. Duradola, big bodies Lane. Oh, goes up for the layup, but gets fouled.
I mean, that's where you see the size come into play. Duradola was absolutely bodying Amar Lane down there. It looked unfair. It looked very unfair.
And Duradola, again, is a little bit of a tough stretch of basketball these past couple of games, so I think this is a good confidence booster for him to trust his body, for him to trust his strength. He thinned out over the summer, but has really done a good job of putting in the work and just needs to harness the strength that he had because that's what's so useful in his game.
Yeah, especially for the Owls because they don't really have a true big man, you could say. I mean, Mo Keita's tallest player on the team is 7'1", but his playing, I don't think he's checked in at all tonight. So it's really been Duradola down there making things work.
So Duradola goes 1 for 2 on the free throws, missing his second. 20-point lead for the Temple Owls as time is ticking down here for the Lions. Rivera now has it. As he gets this one to Broswell Brown, and that one off the backboard just a little bit too strong.
And that's not his game. I mean, he's made a living in the mid-range game. From beyond the arc, not too much. You like to see him get back inside the three-point line.
Yeah, Broswell Brown with a bit of an ambitious shot now, and Temple on the offense. It's Jordan Mason back in this game, looking to dish it out. Gilliard for three. That one no good. Rebound by Duradola as he gets his arm dragged. No call.
Should have been a foul there on Georgian court. Duradola, like you said, got his arm dragged.
And a nice pass underneath, going around, and a three-pointer here from White. No good. Rebound by Duradola.
That was beautiful ball movement by Georgian court there.
Mason looking for Griffiths, who slams it home. Air Griffiths with his third slam of the game. What a pass from Mason.
Flying high.
Wow. He can really get up high. And now another three-pointer from Georgian court. That one no good. Rebound by Duradola.
Back-to-back Georgian court possessions from a left wing three. None of them could fall, though.
And now looking inside for Duradola was Mason. That one stripped away. The Lions moving up. A nice pass over to Lane. Lane looking for the shot, and he gets it off the backboard and in.
First turnover of the game for Jordan Mason right there was an unfortunate pass.
And a 30-second timeout called by Georgian court. So Temple, Air Griffiths has been the story so far in this one. 3 slam dunks, 64-44 as we'll be back in 30 seconds. And after a quick 30 seconds, we're back here live at the Liacouras Center. Temple first, Georgian court. Temple up by 20 here with 11 minutes and 35 seconds to play here in the second half. And just a high-flying, show-stopping team today from Temple, and they've really looked good against a weaker Georgian court opponent.
Like you said, high-flying, Gavin Griffiths. I think 4 dunks total. Each of them has been better than the last.
That one up for the highlight reel, a nice little alley-oop. And Jordan Mason just setting all of his teammates up tonight, and that's just really what he does best. You mentioned the turnover ratio, doesn't turn over the ball that much, and really just puts the ball in good spots for his teammates. And that was just another example.
8-to-1 assist to turnover ratio right now. That is outstanding. Absolutely outstanding.
Yeah, unheard of.
I mean, you see the amount of confidence this Temple team plays with when they're at home. I mean, in the last season, they started off with 10 straight home wins. This one did suffer a loss at home to Boston College on November 15th, but they love playing at the Liacouras Center.
Yeah.
We love watching them.
And there's no place like home. There's no place like home for the Temple Owls, and that home is Liacouras Center. And just really just having a dominant performance tonight. But can't take your foot off the gas yet. Still a lot of time left for the Lions to come back. As Mason now has it at the top. Finds Griffiths. Griffiths now for 3. That one's cash. Gavin Griffiths all over the place tonight.
Second year of the game for Gavin Griffiths. He had 5 against St. Joe's on Saturday.
14 points for Griffiths off 66% shooting. He's been on fire tonight. And now a 3 trying to respond from Santucci from range. A long three-pointer from Santucci to respond.
Beautiful shot from the top of the key. Way to respond, too.
Tobiasen to Griffiths. Back to Tobiasen. Nice screen from Bryant. Switches spots with Griffiths. Back to Tobiasen. Little 2-man game here for the Owls. A nice little pull-up fadeaway jumper from Tobiasen, and he nails it.
Shooter's touch on a spin free-throw line jumper from Aiden Tobiasen.
Just
not
beautiful.
Much, not much you can do defensively if you're Georgian court.
And Santucci with an ambitious attempt, maybe trying to draw a foul, doesn't get it. Gavin Griffiths taking it up. Jordan Mason, pressure from behind, tries to lay it out there for Bryant, but the defender tipped it.
And what will go unnoticed there was Jordan Mason. He felt Santucci closing in behind him. It could have been an easy steal, but instead it boxed him out when he was receiving the pass. Stop what could have been an easy turnover. Instead, Temple retains possession.
So another media timeout here, 69-47. Gavin Griffiths doing it all tonight. We'll be back after a short break. And welcome back here to the Liacouras Center. Temple versus Georgian Court. Temple up by 22 points as we're just approaching halfway through the second half out of the media timeout. And, I mean, just all Temple throughout this game. They're going to start with the inbound pass here. And this is exactly what you wanted to see, responding after a rough week of basketball for Coach Adam Fisher.
Absolutely.
So now Jordan Mason looking for the alley-oop to Aiden Tobiasen this time.
The same set that the Owls ran in the first half with Gavin Griffiths for the lob. This time it's Aiden Tobiasen throwing it down with authority.
Just a lot of fun watching this Temple team tonight. They have been all over the place. So much fun. And now a tough bucket attempt there from White. Doesn't go. Good defense there by Gavin Griffiths. Now Jordan Mason gets it over to Griffiths. Griffiths for three. That one off front iron. Rebound by the Lions. Rivera has it, running the offense against Darian Ford. Gets it over. Crawford for three. That one tipped on the way up there by Jordan Mason. Griffiths has it. Over to Ford. Ford stops, finds Griffiths, fakes the shot, going into the mid-range, gets it underneath to Tobiasen, who couldn't handle it, and they say it's Lions ball.
Gavin Griffiths going to want that one back. He had a beautiful pump fake in the right corner, got the defender jumping, could have stepped in and took a mid-range jumper instead. He wanted to be too much of a good teammate. Sometimes you got to be too selfish.
I was going to say, easier said than done, but I feel like you could put up a floater there, maybe step back a mid-range, but Griffiths decided to pass, but after his phenomenal game today, there's some things that you can look back on, but
you can give grace towards.
But there's been a lot of good from him tonight. Ford now matched up here against Rivera, who looks towards Crawford. Crawford over towards Santiago, who just misses. Tobiasen finds Bryant. Bryant going in for the dunk as well.
A beautiful feed to Ayuba. Bryant Jr. finished with two hands. A little bit of a safe dunk. You might want to see a little bit more swagger, a little bit more flash.
Some really nice passing tonight from the Owls. They have it all going right for them. This one over to Crawford. Crawford for three. That one no good. Rebound by Mason.
Solid pass from Anthony Rivera from the baseline to the right corner.
And Darian Ford answers back with a three-pointer. All Temple Owls right now, and a timeout called by the Lions.
Darian Ford finding that groove once again, just like he did against St. Joe's on Saturday. And had a great second half here in this one.
9-0 run over the last 2 minutes. Field goals they've hit, the 6 of the last 7. 76-47, 29-point lead for the Owls. We'll be back after this. And welcome back to WHIP Sports Radio 76-47. Great vibes here at the Liacouras Center. Welcome home, Temple Owls. And this is just It's been a really fun matchup.
I want a t-shirt right now. They're throwing out t-shirts. I want one. I don't know if they can make it up here, but...
Nah, I don't think so either. They don't have the cannon that they have on the court for the Sixers games that they always roll out.
We're going to need one of those here in the Leah Center.
But man, just dominant so far from the Owls. It's been a lot of fun to watch them go. Again, 9-0 run over the last 2 minutes and 15 seconds. They've hit the last 6 of 7 field goals, and Georgian Court has just run a little dry as the second half has gone on, and this is the biggest lead they've had all night.
No, absolutely, you're right. Largest lead tonight at 29. Not much else you could want from this Temple Owls, led by Adam Fisher, doing everything they need.
So a really fun matchup here at the Leah Cora Center. Good vibes. And just really, really fun game between these two teams, and really just been dominated by, you could just really say, the stars of Temple. Between Jordan Mason and his 11 assists, Gavin Griffiths flying through the air, Tobias and Ford leading the way in scoring. It's just been fun.
Yeah. And I get homecoming weekend was, in October, and I was in football. This has felt like a homecoming here for the Temple Owls. I mean, not playing at home for nearly 3 weeks. They were in Kissimmee, Florida, and of course the Big 5 Classic. It's going to be back.
Much needed. So Rivera now has it for the Lions. Sizing up Bryant. This one gets kicked over towards Waters for 3. That one no good. So Mason now taking it. A physical screen by Bryant. Bryant now goes to the rim, gets it poked away. Good defense there by the Lions.
Ayuba Bryant Jr. set a hard screen there, right there. Almost could have been an offensive foul.
Another take here by Waters. That one no good. Rebound by Temple.
I mean, the Lions have been struggling from shooting. A bad pass there by Jordan Mason. Luckily, didn't get a turnover for him.
Wallace for 3. That one's money!
Story of the night. The ball just finding Temple in the right times. That time, Cam Wallace for 3 from the left wing.
The freshman looking to get hot. What a shot there from Wallace from beyond the arc. So now, Georgian Court running the offense. Another shot here from Waters gets fouled on the way up by Mason, so he'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Foul number 32, Jordan Mason, his second, team's 4.
So going to the line to shoot 2 now will be Cam Waters, the freshman guard, actually from Philadelphia, right here in the city of brotherly love. Has a little under 5 points per game and averaging 2 rebounds per game. And he registered 22 minutes at St. Michael's and had 9 points at Bloomsburg on the 19th of November, but misses his first free throw.
I mean, I don't know how much emphasis you can put on how lackluster the Lions have been from the line, but you have to put as much emphasis as you can.
So a couple of Temple Owls subbed in, one of them being Mo Keita, getting his first minutes of the night here for Temple.
I want to see what happens
and
here.
And he grabs his first rebound.
The 7'1" big man already making things happen.
The senior center getting some minutes here for the Owls. Gilliard was also subbed in. He's had a pretty good game thus far. 9 points, 2 for 4 from beyond the arc, 3 for 5 from the field. Darian Ford now sizing up, going in with the left hand. Nice moves there by Ford.
Like you said, beautiful finish with the left hand. Darian Ford finding his stride now. Currently the Owls leading, or no, tied with Aiden Tobias for the Owls leading scorer.
Menegas was really caught off guard right there by the nice moves of Darian Ford. Mo Keita now on Menegas. He gives this one off to Waters. Menegas inside, stripped by Gavin Griffiths.
Bad
Griffiths
pass by Cam Waters.
On the fast break, goes behind the back. Looks underneath towards Mo Keita with the 2-hand slam. The big fella getting in some action.
You love to see it. I mean, Georgian Court only has one player that's 6'10" or over. Mo Keita 7'1". Just give it to him. He'll make things work down there.
Nice work from the big fella. Good pass by Griffiths. Waters now taking it. This one out to Menegas. Gets contested there by Keita. That one no good. Pass now up towards Wallace. Wallace with the nice Euro step right-hand lay. Temple moving. Timeout, Georgian Court.
Temple pushing the break, and Cam Wallace, the freshman, again with a beautiful Euro step, finishing with the right hand.
An 18-0 run over the last 4 minutes and 37 seconds, 21-3 over the last 5 minutes and change. Have hit 6 of the 6 last field goals. Temple rolling 85-47. We'll be back in a second. vibes here at the Liacouras Center as we welcome you guys back in here at WHIP Sports Radio. 85-47, Temple leads over Georgian Court. I'm Daniel Leakin, joined by Joshua Galarza and our wonderful, wonderful producer, Troy Arslan. And we're really rolling here at the Liacouras Center. 85-47, 38-point lead. Temple just in control right now. It's now Georgian Court moving. Menegas gets the ball tipped off of his fingers as the Lions swinging it around. Going up there is Waters. Shot was tipped. Tobiasen for Mokita with the two-hand slam. The big fella.
Mokita playing like he has something to prove, and he might actually have something to prove, actually. He has been getting a lot of minutes all year, playing like he wants more.
Mokita, the big fella, slamming it home. And Temple up by 40.
You have to reward the big man when he runs the fast break. I mean, he was the first one down there, and it was easy pass.
So Cam Wallace gets a foul. And now checking into the game for the Temple Owls, number 13, the senior Connor Gall. Everyone's exhilarated in the crowd. The man, Connor Gall, checks in. So inbound here for Georgian Court. They swing the ball around. Three-point attempt shot by Gooden as he gets fouled on the way up, so he will go to shoot three.
And unfortunate for Cam Wallace there. He had great defense, just caught the shooter's arm.
At the line shooting is number 20, Anthony Gooden.
So Gooden misses his first. Has 3 attempts because of the foul up beyond the arc. Gooden makes his second. So one more shot here for the junior from Brooklyn. And that one no good. Rebound by Mokita.
I mean, when it rains, it pours, and they've been struggling all night from the line, from beyond the arc. Just a bad shooting performance by Georgian Court tonight.
So this one back to Wallace. Wallace running a little iso ball. The freshman pulls up from 3, and that one's cash. Wallace feeling it tonight.
I mean, Cam Wallace, when you play with confidence like that, you're able to take a step back 3 early in the shot clock. Love to see that from a true freshman.
What a shot from Cam Wallace with pressure in his face as Menegas goes up for the bucket, doesn't get it. Bounced around and rebound there by Cam Wallace.
I mean, he had 2 easy tries at 2 points. I mean, those got to fall.
Connor Gall has it. Gall moving to the inside. Gall with the mid-range pull-up, and he nails it! Connor Gall! What a shot by the senior.
I mean, a 25-1 run in the past 6.5 minutes. This is utter dominance for the Temple Owls.
Menegas goes in, gets fouled on the way up.
And I was wondering, like, all game, when you were going to see this Temple Owls team just completely dominate.
And it's definitely now.
It's definitely right now.
25-1 run over the last 6 minutes and 30 seconds. Just crazy.
Yep.
Menegas misses his first.
Substitution number 24.
And this was much needed for the Owls. You know, take away the opponent that they're playing against. We understand, you know, Division II, but it's just been a really rough stretch of basketball. And this, even though the team is a little bit worse, this is just such a big morale win for the Owls. Much needed after, you know, a hard Big 5 tournament. And we hope this gets them on the right track as conference play approaching starting December 30th.
Yep, and you play who you play who's on the schedule. Like, you don't really choose that. It is what it is. Getting back to 500 for a win like this, in dominant fashion, I don't care who it is against. When you win, like how they are playing right now, it gives you confidence.
Connor Gall for 3, nails it! Connor Gall, 2 for 2 from the field, nails the three-pointer.
Especially when you have everyone on this team contributing.
Wow, that has really woken up this Liacouras crowd. An arid pass, and now Connor Gall going to the rim. Connor Gall with the left-hand layup. 7 points for Connor Gall. What a moment.
This crowd is on fire right now.
The MVP chance for Connor Gall as the mid-range floater for Santiago makes it down.
Finally stopped. So it was a 30-2 run in 7 minutes of play.
Wow. Connor Gall, what a guy. What a moment for the senior. You gotta love it. You gotta love it. Mokita has it. Looking to Mahoney. Mahoney now for one of his own. That one doesn't go. Rebound by the Lions.
And I love the Temple bench. Whenever someone shoots it, they're on their feet. They want it to go in. They want to root their guys on.
And Santiago from 3 knocks it down. Georgian court responding.
Do I dare say never? No?
I don't think so.
No, you're probably not.
97-54 with 2 minutes and 30 seconds left. This is one of those never moments, I can't lie. Wallace now moving to the inside. The freshman gets fouled. What a moment here at the Liacouras Center. Media timeout here. Connor Gall, 7 points, 3 for 3 from the field, 1 for 1 from beyond the arc. Connor Gall with a big moment. Temple 97-54. So welcome back to WHIP Radio, 97-54, Temple leads. 2 minutes and 30 seconds to go here in the second half, and it's been a ton of fun. Daniel Eakin, Joshua Galarza, Troy Arslan, our producer. Fun game.
Absolutely. They just announced on the Jumbotron the Independence Blue Cross Player of the Game being Jordan Mason. I couldn't agree more. I mean, his performance has been amazing. I think it's 8 assists or maybe 9 assists, only 1 turnover on the game. A lot of this Temple offense has come when the ball was in his hands.
So knocking down his first is Cam Wallace, who's had a pretty good game himself, was actually in the rotation a lot before the end of this game. So Wallace then knocks down his second. 11 points on the night for the freshman. Good stepping stone in his young career as an Owl.
I'm sorry, that was 11 assists for Jordan Mason.
11 assists, yeah.
And 8 rebounds as well, you know, nearing that triple-double mark.
Yeah, that's just impressive. Menegas gets it over to Nakansa, and he misses. Just a little strong. Cam Wallace has it. Wallace takes the screen out to Connor Gall. Gall gets it over to Gilliard. Gilliard moving, gets fouled on the play.
I mean, if you see the Temple bench, every time Connor Gall has possession, they are on their feet wanting him to shoot it no matter where he is on the court.
And now Gilliard nails it, and that makes it an 100-point game for the Temple Owls.
There you go.
Josh, right on the mark, man.
Yep. First 100-point game for the Owls since December 10th of last year, 364 days ago against Holy Family. And much needed as well. And Temple undefeated whenever they go into triple digits.
Yeah, and a much-needed win for the Temple Owls. And we've harped on it a lot as the game has gone on, and they just needed a bounce back. It's now moving up as Gilliard. Gilliard finding Mahoney. Mahoney fighting off a defender. This one gets to Mokita, the big fella. Two-hand slam for Mokita. Temple now back on the defensive side. This one off to Santiago for three. That one just off. This one to Mahoney. Mahoney with the nice Euro step block from behind. That ball will be in possession of Georgian court. So the next 5 games for Temple looks like they're going to go here. They're going to be here at Liacoris against St. Francis on the 14th. Then they travel to Davidson on the 18th. Back here against Princeton on the 22nd, and then they start conference play at Charlotte on the 30th. So a lot of fun coming towards for Temple basketball after this dominant win against Georgian Court. A lot to look forward to, and thankfully they started off back at home. So just 45 seconds to go here in this second half. Screen by Mokita. This one out towards Connor Gall. Gall with the step back, three-pointer from Gall, just offline. Had the shot, a really nice move made, but didn't get it, and a foul called now against Temple.
The roof would have been blown off this place.
100%. 100%. We would have went nuts.
Oh, absolutely.
We, as in everyone at this table, would have went nuts. It was a nice little step back, small push, but nothing to warrant a call, and nailed the three-pointer. So another free throw here.
This is the
by
first
the Lions.
time the Temple Owls have scored 60 or more points in a single half since 2013.
Wow.
And that was against LIU Brooklyn on December 21st.
So really just dominance here from the Temple Owls. Time winding down, they're just going to dribble out the clock.
Yep. And it's going to be the Temple Owls' first 40-point win since December 10th, 2019 against St. Joe's.
So the time goes down, and your Temple Owls are victorious against the Georgian Court Lions at a final score of 103-57. And Josh, dominance from the Temple Owls.
Yeah, that's about the only way you can describe this one. Even though it is a Division II opponent, you could say a weaker opponent. Adam Fisher made sure his team was locked in. They did not take their foot off the gas for one moment, and that 30-1 run in the second half really propelled them to this 103-57 victory.
Darian Ford, Aiden Tobiasen, Gavin Griffiths, the 3 biggest scorers. Darian Ford with 18, Tobiasen with 17, Griffiths for 14. But really, the player of this game, Jordan Mason, 10 points on perfect shooting, 8 rebounds, and 11 assists. Just the best team player that Temple could have asked for tonight, just generating so much offense for the Owls.
Absolutely.
And really, this one was capped off by Connor Gall, hitting 7 points, 3 for 4 from the field, 1 for 2 from beyond the arc, and really just capped off a perfect win for the Owls back at home at the Liacoris Center.
It's always nice when you can empty the bench. You know, players who really don't get that much playing time, giving them a chance to shine. You saw Cam Wallace, you saw Connor Gall. All around fun night here at the Liacoris Center.
So a lot of fun this evening. Thank you all for tuning in. 103-57 was the final score. The Owls are victorious at their first game back at the Liacoris Center. Thank you all for tuning in to WHIP Radio. On behalf of everyone on the call, I'm Daniel Leakin, joined by Joshua Galarza. Thank you to Troy Arslan, our producer. Everyone have an amazing night.